everybody. Welcome to Horizons Call. This is Season 5, Episode 11. All hands on deck. I probably should say that more often, the title and everything. It's at the, it's right there. You can read it, but you're all adults. I'll say it anyway sometimes. Hi, I'm Derek Sword. I use he, him pronouns. I am your GM for this game and many games here on Sword and Key. I'm joined as always by these very lovely individuals who I would love to have go around and say more about themselves. But before that, I do want to say a couple of things. First of all, this is a Sword and Key game. This is twitch.tv/sword_and_key. It's where you can find all of our stuff live, unless you're watching this later on YouTube, in which case you can do youtube.com/@ and then take away the underscores. So it's just Sword and Key all spelled out. If you are watching this live, hi, welcome. It's great to have you here. Go ahead and give us a follow. If you're watching this later on YouTube, I guess you can give us a follow. We're not expecting any YouTube awards, but hey, more power to you. You can always catch up on all of our previous stuff there. If you're looking for all of Sword and Key stuff, you can go to beacons.ai/Sword and Key, and you can find the links to our Twitter and our YouTube, and also links to our Discord, where you can talk about cool things with cool people. You can also see applications for games first. We have an application out right now, so if you would like to play in a game here on Sword and Key, during Pride Month, there are 4 games you can currently apply to play in. 2 of which are actually run by 2 of the lovely individuals here, Kaila and Mare. So there's some great games that you can play in to help to raise money for Lambda Legal, a great organization. And that application will only be open until Tuesday evening. So do not wait. Open another tab. Do that now. Apply to play in one of those games. If you have the time, availability, and interest, we would love to have you. Also, on beacons.ai/Sword and Key, you can find all of our additional links, like our affiliates. We have some great affiliates with some great discount codes. One of those affiliates is Eldritch Foundry. You can make custom minis of your weird and wild TTRPG character, or even your, what's the opposite of your normal and mild TTRPG character? There you go. And you can use code Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase. We are also affiliates with Hit Point Press, the makers of Humblewood and the Griffin Saddlebags, and they have music, and they have minis and VTT stuff, and plush even, little Owlin. I think they're fighters, if not paladins. They're really cute. So use our custom affiliate code for any purchases you're going to make from Hit Point Press. It's much appreciated. We're also affiliates with Long Dog Dice. The incredible Jenn here is the artist, creator, visionary behind Long Dog Dice, and you yourself can get any number of amazing dice sets available there. And also, very soon, next month, you can get Horizons Call dice, these wonderful, beautiful dice, a variety of blues with little flakes of copper in them, and you can always get the 20 on them, or you can get the lovely Long Dog Dice logo, the little Dachshund logo. And on the D6, you can get the 6, or, you can do the better thing, which is to get the Sword and Key logo there on your D6. It's pretty fucking cool. I will never not be excited about that. So, check out Long Dog Dice and use code Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase there. Also, on Beacons, you can find links to our Pally. Pally is how we basically try to pay our players. Sword and Key does not break even, so Pally is a great way for you to tip this cast and crew, should you be willing and able to do so. If you like or even love what we do, just consider it. You can always spice up our game with incentives, give crits, advantages, all sorts of great stuff. You can also see on Beacons all of our additional charitable organizations that we support in the meantime. Right now, tomorrow, we're going to have the finale of Thunderbolts, Thunderbolt Savage, which is in support of Living Arts Detroit. And again, next month, we will be raising money for Lambda Legal. So all of those links, Lambda Legal links, ooh, that's fun, will be up relatively soon. But in the meantime, Living Arts Detroit's there, PCRF, Palestine Children's Relief Fund is there, and so is Canaan Companions for Independence. Okay. All that said, let's go ahead and go around, have these lovely people say more about themselves. Mare, if you don't mind starting us out.
Hi, I'm Mare. I use they, she pronouns, and I play Acacia, who uses she, her pronouns. She is your Star Druid Soul Knife Rogue who is feeling very awkward in her own home.
That's fair. New roommate issues. Yeah. It's a very odd couple sort of situation you find yourself in. If both the odd couple were a thief and an assassin, respectively, which I would watch that. In fact, they might have made that already. Isn't that one assassin? Anyway, whatever. Next up, we have Eva.
Hi, hello, it's me, Eva. I have too many buttons. My pronouns are she, her, and today I am playing Winnie, your sea elf, alchemical artificer bard. And sometimes I'll be adding the homunculus little Jeffrey if Derek doesn't use him first. That was a terrible way of describing that, but I think you get the gist.
He's always here. I think
Always
I mentioned
watching.
this. Always, no, honestly, he is always. Sometimes I'll set him up on my desk like that so I can put a die in his mouth. He has become a fidget in a weird way, where sometimes I will find myself already with him on my hand, not having realized I've done it, because he's just there. He's just always there, covered in cat hair. Okay. Well, I de-shed my shark. Next up, we have Mikyl.
Hi fam, I'm Michael, he, him pronouns. I'm playing Proximus, your Triton, Shadow Sorcerer, Oath of the Guardian Paladin, and happy to be back. And healthy.
Happy that you are both of those things as well. The very handsome Michael is also our artist here, our resident artist. So all of the art that you can see on screen, as well as all of the art in our promotional materials, not just for this game, but for many games, is all in thanks to him. Again, I'm going to toss that pally out there. Or if you are looking to support just Michael, if you really just love his art but hate what the rest of us do, just send him some Warcraft, or not Warcraft, Warhammer figures. I don't know if Warcraft makes figures. Send him either. Send him minis. Send him everything. Send him the world. He deserves it. Next up, we have Kaila.
Hi, hello, I'm Kayla. I use she, her pronouns. I play Siren Storm Sorcerer Scarlett Shores, who also uses she, her pronouns, and is having a lot of trauma currently. Deflecting with
every episode
snark.
that way. Oh yeah, that's character bleed, huh? Oh, I was right. And last but absolutely not least, we have Jenn.
Hi, I'm Jenn. I am she, her pronouns, and I am playing the Tiefling Tempest Cleric, Kallista, who is also she, her, and she's maybe questioning a little bit if coming back here was a good idea. The correct idea, but maybe not the good idea, so we'll see.
That's fair. A good idea would just be like retiring somewhere, a nice little island, like just surrounded by elves where you just eat like whatever Damaris's version of lembas bread is, which I imagine is like some combination of hardtack and lembas bread. Would kind of have to be, but yes, the correct idea is returning where you are needed. With that in mind, we do have a recap today. So, Michael, is that you? Is that what we
That's me. That's
okay.
me.
All right. The floor is yours, sir.
When we last met our horizon hopping heroes. It's been a month since the crew has come back to the material plane from the Hells. In that time, Scarlett and Marcus got married, Phoenix Landing was destroyed, and Kallista decided to return to help. In that time, Winnie has been building and cleaning while continuing to make cider for Acacia. That was a big deal. Was there a role for that? Am I remembering correctly? I think there was a role.
I don't
Something
think there
like that.
was.
Maybe
I
not.
I don't think we
Maybe
ever
I'm just
actually-
making
we
things
got
up.
around to it. Yeah, there's supposed to be.
I get to
rules for
speak it into
brewing.
canon right now because
You
I'm
do.
doing the recap.
Whatever you say is true. You have so much power right now.
She was able to listen into a conversation with her brother, Rollin, using a magical pen, a clue that he knows more than he's saying. She also talked to B, her girlfriend, about monster defenses around the island, which everyone cringes. Scarlett was rebuilding her home with the help of other builders. Marcus and Scarlett plan for the future and reflect on the past. That's why I don't know why I put that.
That's a pleasant way to say what happened.
Right. Yeah. It's a general broad stroke. And himbo was definitely defined during that time. Acacia spoke with Panveer. There was obvious tension. Eventually staying with Acacia at her place, she spoke to Rollin about using the Elder Rings as an arcane battery to protect the island. Kallista arrives on the island. I feel like I should say that in this. Kallista arrives on the island. Yeah, it needs to have some emphasis. Still shaken from her encounter with the soul coin. Kallista, walking around, met Curio, who brought her to, is it Father's Finds? Finds? Yeah. Uh, the F's. The F's always get me. That's why I'm not doing Proximus's voice, because that would kill me. Curio recalls the past month attack and then the current state of Phoenix Landing. She caught up with the crew, figuring out how she can help. And Acacia stuck around while everybody went to the pub and spoke with her dads about Panveer, which brought more tension, but ultimately they promised not to harm him. They all went for a drink where Kallista met the fantastic Connery. And I put LOL because I literally laughed out loud. This is great. And that's where we left off.
Fantastic. Wonderful job, Michael. Please enjoy your point of inspiration. So, our, as Michael likes to call them, and I really do like horizon hopping heroes, have gathered at the local tavern. I do want to back up a little bit. Is there anything Proximus would have done in that time frame, that month time frame, or anything he would have done? We can kind of just introduce him here at the tavern. Anything you would like to say that your character was doing in that meantime?
So in the time that I had prior to finding out about Kallista returning, I would have given the house that I did build, the one that's half in water and half out. I would have given that to Dominera. So that is now her place, and so that she can have her own place. And would have moved most of my belongings to the ship, staying on the ship, and then you would find when Kallista actually gets to the island, I would be at the monastery.
Okay. Interesting. So I know your first mate, I'm assuming, but I'm going to just double check. You've moved most of your belongings to the Redemption.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. And then have you set
actually
up
using my quarters?
Yeah. Instead of just the closet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you find that like Trosho's been using it as extra storage. And as you like start moving your things,
someone has a bicycle in there, and yeah.
He's like, I invented that. It's gonna pave the way. It has like the giant front tire. It's that kind of bicycle.
Small back one.
People think horses are so great. I'll show him.
I love it.
Okay, so the monastery, as we've described before, is like stone ruins. There's no real roofs to anything. There's foundations at best. Are you looking to rebuild? Are you like camping out? Is there a tent? What's that look like with your improvised residence?
Well, I don't know if Proximus has ever done this, but because he didn't come to the surface before, but I assume that freshwater lake sleeping would be warmer than the ocean, especially within the deep. So he's actually sleeping underwater up at the lake near the ruins, but is spending his time there. And you can cut away, and no particular. I'm not really interacting with people right now.
Fair enough. Okay. Then with Proximus having taken on a bit of hermitage, your group has taken up to have a few drinks at the tavern. Anything you would like to discuss, or I guess I should ask what comes next for all of you? What are the plans?
Since it was established that I know we kind of magicked Proximus, like he said he was going to be here at, with the whole thing, but since he's just established that he's away, I would have definitely mentioned to him, hey, Kallista's here. Apparently she told you, but I just wanted to let you know she's here.
She did. I didn't think that she was gonna actually come, like most people. They leave and they don't usually come back.
That's fair. Well, so you doing okay? I know.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm all right.
Well, I just wanted to let you know. Well, she's here if you wanted to say hi to her. We're probably gonna figure out what we're doing soon. Maybe not tonight, but if you wanted to come back to town tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be up here for a while.
Okay. Miss you. Hope you're doing
Miss
okay.
you. I am okay. Thank you.
Click.
I love it.
Back to your regularly scheduled bar hop.
Yeah. Yeah, you're all at the tavern. Connery decided to stay, share some war stories.
And red
but
drink.
and red drink. But yeah, no, the time is yours. You have a bunch of irons in the fire. You have a bunch of strands to follow on your particular pirate murder board. I don't know where you all are going to go next. I am prepared for anything. What are we doing?
We're gonna solve the civil war between the Leonins and the Knolls.
Oh, and the Knolls?
Yeah, I think
okay.
that's a good place to start.
So heading to Gondola then?
Gondola, yes. Okay.
Actually, I think that's Ivornis, actually. There's a little bit of both, but I think Ivornis is the current focus of that.
I guess I could have just switched screens to look at the map, but I didn't. Sorry.
How dare you?
Well, like, making plans about definitive places to go next, I think we need Proximus here for. But apparently he hates us now, and I'm not entirely sure why.
I just talked to him. He's doing okay. He just needs some alone time. I told him you were here, Kallista.
And that's why
Thank
he
you.
needs alone time?
We all just kind of went through something very traumatic a couple weeks ago. I think we're all just processing it differently.
No, but we go through
You're
something traumatic like every few weeks anyway. So
You're
like,
compartmentalizing. I'm having a burnout. Scarlett's being Scarlett.
yeah.
And Proximus is being hermiting.
You've been talking to Constance, haven't you?
When you feel a
While-
tug at your pant leg, you look down, there's little Jeffrey.
What is it, buddy? Why
I
do
have
you have hair on
compartments.
you? You do. Oh,
I've been
it's from
playing with
Connery.
Demona.
Oh, that
No.
also makes sense. No,
Yeah.
yeah.
I have compartments. Does that mean I compartmentalize?
My God, you're a physical manifestation of my internal. You know what? Yes.
Okay.
Oh, and Kallista's is trying not to focus on her trauma by just continuing to go.
Speaking of
almost forgot.
trauma,
Okay, you didn't have to come out swinging immediately.
I said everyone else, and now I had to include you. So
I am drinking the red drink at a faster rate than anyone who experiences red drink should know to do. So, just to establish that.
don't taste the alcohol.
I'm just
You're an adult, and Winnie is just sort of impressed by your rate of consumption. She's not really considering that maybe not a good idea. Usually Winnie is pretty good at like not
Pacing.
DDing, but like, yeah.
Kallista, you do hear a voice briefly in your head. Wow, red to filth and then just chugging alcohol. Things don't change, do they?
I think everybody watches my face kind of like scrunch up a little bit. And she's going to try to play it off that it was the drink.
Was it brain freeze? That happens to me sometimes.
Yes, that was, yeah, I should slow down. Is this the first time this has happened since the thing?
Yeah.
Great, perfect. I love this. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to process that for a little bit. Beautiful. Oh fuck. I'm gonna try to think real hard. I don't know if I can answer this internally. Probably not. And I'm certainly not gonna say it externally. I'm just gonna be like, see if he'll respond. What, are you jealous that I'm not the one trapped in a little pouch?
You do not hear a response.
Perfect. Oh, that's so much worse than I love it. Okay, great. Yes. So yeah, just I put the drink down on the table. I'm gonna slow down.
Winnie is going to rummage around in her backpack, not little Jeffrey, in her backpack, and pull out a map of Damaris. Not like a super good one, but she's got a couple copies. I think we've talked about her making some maps about other stuff.
She does have cartographer's tools.
Sometimes. And she's gonna slap it down on the table. Baby.
Little soot sprite.
Sorry. Yeah, little Jeffrey, you're exactly who
I
I was
was
talking
so
about.
confused. I thought that's what Winnie said when she put the map down.
She's gonna look at little Jeffrey. No eating. And she will probably grab one of his like crayons out of the bag, and mark. It's probably actually already marked with like the general ring locations. Okay, now that we've had a sufficient amount of red drink and whatever else we're drinking, I guess, we got a lot of rings, you guys.
Should we be talking about this in the tavern, Winnie?
This
And
is
without
the
Proximus?
best time.
No.
We're not making like a decision, and everyone knows like what we're doing here.
No, they don't.
Mostly.
I
Like-
look at so many of the citizens just in the tavern.
Okay, fine. Where do we want to go on vacation next?
Connery puts like his claws to his temple and he gets up and he goes, "Everyone file out. Come on, bar's closed. Bar's closed.
Connery,
out you
no.
go."
What?
We settled the town. We can tell people to leave the bar at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They've got better things to do anyway.
Come back in like an hour.
We can go to the ships, or we can, take a nice little stroll on the beach.
But we can't like have a map out on the beach while we're strolling, because that's I don't have like a table function for little Jeffrey yet. Like, that'd be such a good idea though. Like a tray that goes on top of him.
I
You're
pat my
turning it
back.
into a CRV.
I pat my back. You could put the map on my back.
But then no one can see it.
I'll be sitting.
But then we wouldn't be walking. Look, the point is, everyone's out now. Connery just kicked them out.
Fucking God damn it, Connery.
I forgot there was a bird behind me.
Well, it's helping.
It's very disconcerting. Okay. Look,
You're all gonna be the death of me.
I'm gonna slap my shell phone out on the table. Proximus!
Just put it on
Proximus,
speakerphone.
can you hear me?
Speaker capability?
I don't think it does. That's why I'm speaking
It doesn't
loudly.
either.
Oh my god.
Yes?
Are you trapped under some rubble?
No, Winnie, I am not.
Okay, good. Are you having a breakdown?
Possibly.
Okay. Dry
be
eyes,
honest.
wet eyes.
If I remember correctly, and this is just for everyone, tell me if I'm wrong. I didn't tell anyone that
I'm in?
I was, yeah, I'm in. Yeah,
Did not.
okay.
Oh no,
I
absolutely
kept that to
not.
myself, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, everybody's gathering
Just making sure
secrets.
my mind continuity is
Yeah.
is actual. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I love that everyone's gathering secrets.
God, a child saw everything in
Winnie's
my
probably
life.
have a little thing about it later, but okay, well, we are kind of approaching the point where we have to have our breakdowns on the run. So do you want to?
Drive through breakdowns.
Yeah, basically. I think Connery will do most of the driving. But yeah. So do you want to come? The tavern's mostly empty. If you want to come, like, look at the map with us, or we can just chatter at you over the shell phone. Or we can just come grab you when we're leaving.
I am okay with any of your decisions.
Okay, we'll see you in, I don't know, 10 minutes. How long will it take you to get here?
No. You can make the decisions without me being there.
I
don't
thought you were
need to
saying
be there.
I could decide if you were here or not. Okay.
Right. I am going to stay here, but whatever you decide, I am okay with.
Are there any you don't want to go after first?
I don't have a preference.
Okay. I have preferences, but thank you, Proximus, for your blatant honesty.
Love
I
you,
feel
bye.
like
Do we need...
you all would know better as to which one is going to work better.
I have no idea why you would think that. You know just as much as...
You guys are learning all kinds of things that I have no clue about. You have way more knowledge than I ever will. So I'm okay.
I don't think that's true at all. We all have different types of knowledge, and when your knowledge is added to ours, it just makes everyone's more knowledgeable. The collective knowledge expands by a whole you.
See, that is what I am talking about, Winnie. You understand that, and I don't.
Yeah, because you've got me
understand
for that. You know other things that I have no idea about. And we're
Right.
weaker without you.
But you are learning the elder language. You are
We already
understanding how
learned
these
that.
things work, and so if you, I'm just along for the ride at this point.
That's never been true.
I know it's a ride that I like to be on. Don't worry. But right now I have no preference, and so if we want to go up north, that is okay with me. If you want to go down south, that is okay with me. I have no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say
it is okay.
Winnie, we don't have it. We have to get information first about all these places. Like, there's some information we just do not have. Like, we probably can't go to the north yet because I still have not heard from Ace, and Ace potentially finding a teleportation circle. So that's out. I don't want to deal with the broken bridge bitch yet, personally.
Mhm.
What's the particular reason for that? Just because she's mean?
She's terrifying, and I don't want to deal with her yet. And I don't think we have enough knowledge. There's
Kallista,
no.
She's
Marid.
Marid. Just so
Alyssa
you know.
definitely knows what that is. Jenn does not.
Water gin. A water, like, instead of a
Yeah.
fire gin, it's a water one.
Perfect.
Yeah, so there's the whole genies are separated based on elementals, and Marids are
Wait,
kind of
I
the
think-
fishy aquatic ones.
I think you just saw that episode. Where
Amarillo.
Winnie was wanted to yeet out the window.
With the
She wanted to
basilisk.
chase that specific Marid.
I don't remember that term being used for her, but it also might have been used and I just didn't register it and thought I just
Yeah, I think her
moosh
name
words together.
was up a lot, and I think she was also disguised as something else.
She was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was
she
definitely
was
disguised as
disguised.
something else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And,
Okay.
and
But that's
when-
who specifically we're talking about.
Oh, it's her, literally her.
Literally
Yeah,
her.
Zora, her eminence of beautiful death.
Yeah.
And Winnie, when I scried on her, she knew I was scrying on her. That
Right.
That is you need to be a very powerful spellcaster to notice that. And 2, she raised a basically whole fleet of ghost ships from underneath the water. We are not prepared for that.
No, we only have our one ghost ship.
We don't have a ghost ship anymore.
No, that's even worse. Well, like, part of it's still ghosty, I think. Isn't the whole, like, undead wood or something? Anyway.
Nope. Nope, because you exercised when you defeated Eula. Your ship was basically, it was held together by ghost glue, and then you got rid of all your ghost glue, and then you had to repair a bunch of it because
Right.
Yeah.
It's a ship of Theseus. Okay, got it.
We know nothing
Theseus
about
never owned it.
We know nothing about the Underdark in
Borrowed
that
it.
location.
No, that's not a good idea.
We should probably not go to Draconis yet because
Are
that's
we
a
done
whole
with
other
the phone
thing.
call now? Can I hang up now?
Oh.
Fine.
Sorry, Proximus. Yes.
Should we send you dinner? Do you have food?
Holy shit.
Do you
That
want
is
me to send?
absolutely on brand, though.
Do you want me to send Piper with like a package of dinner for you?
I am okay. There's plenty of fish up here.
You hear as, like, when he's hanging up, you should probably send Piper.
Yeah, but I don't know where he is right now.
Oh, that would be a problem then. Okay, so the thing is like, all these places are terrible.
They're
So,
all terrible.
Listen,
Yes.
but we gotta go somewhere. So we've got Savatar,
Savitar.
the orcs, which
That's up
is
north.
which
That's
is
in
up
the-
north, but not the north, right?
No,
Well,
that is
and
the
there's-
north.
Oh,
That
shit.
is the north.
Oh, that
there
is
are
the
no
north.
orcs left. That is the
In the
former
crown.
orc.
Right?
I will go ahead. Yes, let me regale you with your many targets here.
Derek
So,
is
yeah,
like, let me fix this. 'cause
Oh my God.
You're gonna get this wrong.
I have
No,
the
no,
right
no.
notes.
I have
you
the
all
no.
have
I
stuff
have
that
I have the list. I just fucked
Yeah.
up, so I can, as Winnie, like, recap if you want.
So yeah, it is the former Orc Kingdom of Savitar,
Yeah.
where there's supposedly frost giants. That's what the archaeological organization that Ace is part of said that was like one of their big concerns. But no orcs remain there anymore, reside there. It is like it's an abandoned kingdom.
Yeah, which I am looking forward to as Winnie.
Ooh, I like ruins.
So there's the northern
Says the guy
ruins.
living in one.
Yeah, which might be a bit of a temperature shock for Kallista.
Oh, new house.
There's the Underdark, which is probably super dangerous, all things considered. And
We should send a sending to Des and bug her.
Yes.
Mm.
And
There's
if you go to the Underdark, I need to reach out to a guest very
yes.
soon.
Yes. But technically speaking, like, I think we know the least about the Underdark. There's Zora, who we just talked about at the Broken Bridge, with a ghost fleet, apparently. I pretended that didn't exist. There's the dragons, which is super bad.
Draconis.
There's one in the Imperial
yeah.
capital, which could be fine, but
That's my vote. I wanna go to the Empire.
Bring the fight to them.
okay. Winnie's gonna take a bit of, like, prototype shark tooth for, like, a Jeffrey upgrade at some point out of her pocket and, like, use that as, like, a marker for the Triskelia part of the map. Okay. There's also the lullaby, the ghost ship. I think it's a fourth ghost ship.
I think that's the one that is in the Shadowfell, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. So, that's an adventure.
It is pointed on the map as in the mid-seas. It's actually incredibly close to what Proximus would know as where his home is, where the Nalos reside.
He's
in the
been
Shadowfell.
talking about
Well, there may be a portal to the Shadowfell, but it
Oh.
was marked on the map on the physical plane that you are in the material plane as being like basically within easy distance of the Nalos.
Side note, Mikyl wants that ship for Proximus. to captain.
Fuck yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah. And Proximus would know that like the Nalos did have like ships would sink from time to time. The mid seas were a popular shipping route, and sometimes ships go down. And you would have Little Mermaided your way around a sunken ship or two from time to time.
Oh, hey, I just remembered about rogue waves and freaked myself
oh.
out.
Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? And Dominaires they're like, no, it's not. It's bad.
And,
Heretic. Puh.
Heretic.
It's tough to spit underwater.
and yet
And
she's
yet.
mastered it. And then there's one in Kalinglad. The elves have it, and what we maybe could do is maybe ask diplomatically what the deal is with that.
That's the
What's the
Feywild
deal?
one.
That's
we-
the final one, yeah.
What we should also do is see if we can go find Valerie. It's been a bit since we've asked her to start setting up a spy network and see if anything's in place and go from there.
I think we just kicked her out.
I stare at Connery.
She was explicitly in the bar with Edgar.
Yep.
She was loud.
Go get
You said you
her.
didn't want anyone around.
Please go
She's
get
our
Valerie.
spy master.
Gets up from his chair and shoves it back on the table.
Also, if you see Piper, let me know. Tell him to come too.
Kallista, are you getting
Should-
any vibes?
You're inviting a spy master, an otter, and a bird to your meeting of utmost importance and secrecy. Have you met that bird? He tells everybody everything.
The bird, I am going to give some food to find and give to Proximus. He's not staying.
All right, I won't second guess your decisions then. He walks out.
Until tomorrow.
I'm so glad.
I
not
heard
on the
that.
same ship. I'm so glad we're not on the same ship anymore because I think I'm at that point of camaraderie with him where I would punch him.
Uh-huh.
I like him.
I like
as
him
he
too.
He's
but
fun.
Soft pause.
What? Never mind. For Jenn's reference, I would assume kind of while we were talking, we were like pointing at the map.
Yeah,
I
oh, yeah.
have
Yeah,
been
yeah,
able
yeah.
to very quickly find most of these things, but there are two references that got like I see the handy dandy little circles. I don't know when we're talking about the Underdark, which of the circles that is.
That is the one in the southeast.
Okay, cool.
The circle down there. Yeah, that
Perfect.
is. Yeah. There are a lot of other details, although Zinji has noted that is near where she comes from. That apparently there is a society of gnomes that exist in the middle of the water there.
Perfect. And then I can context clues my way to the other one that I didn't know which circle it was because I have identified the rest of them. Got it.
Is it the Nerian Empire one?
Well, my understanding is when you mentioned the Nerian one, that should be the one on the island. Yeah, that should be that one. It was this guy that I was like, what are you? But
That's
should
the
be-
elven one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I
Yeah.
was like, that's the only other one that I was like, I can't find this elven place you said on here. So, okay.
Yeah,
that's
Kalinglad is a city on Athelvar.
Cool.
Okay. So, to recap. Really, our best choices. Imperial capital, somehow. Ghost ship?
I can be convinced otherwise if there is an easier start because I understand that
I just
we
feel
don't
like,
have enough information.
yeah, I feel like I would love to know what that sound was, and I'm really sorry if that was on stream.
Yes, I am deciding that out of rage. You are not wrong.
Oh, yeah, no, that's valid. Yeah. I mean, they're gonna get theirs one way or another, but, if we can, like, do a sneaky sneak, like, it's a senator, it's not like it's one of the three rulers.
I know a couple assassins. I have no problems bringing them with us.
You do realize that we have a walking wind chime with us now?
Okay, rude. Not incorrect, but you didn't need to say it like that.
Jeffrey just looks at you. And then looks at Kallista. Oh.
You're actually quiet, LG.
Okay. I can just stay here if that's preferred.
No, you're competent.
You came back to help us. You are looped in.
Alternatively, like, the mid-seas is on our way to Triskalia.
No.
Kind of.
The mid-seas are in an opposite direction from... Oh, Triskalia. Yes, I'm sorry.
I was
yes.
like...
To Validus, yes.
Yes. Like, we would have to go, like, up and then down, but it's one of the
But
more...
you are correct. It is the same general area of the world, yes. My brain went to Terracottas.
No,
We're
that's
just
fair.
having the discussion of possibly
wait, I can do
visiting the
this now.
Nalos.
I was literally just about to ask. That's near the Nalos, right?
The mid-seas? Yes.
Yes.
So
There is no better time than now?
Oh, he's gonna love that this is, like, our top choice. I love this. He's been talking for ages about, like, revolution or something.
Proximus and
Education.
Dominara
I don't know.
Going
I
to have to.
feel like it ended with a shun.
They're gonna have to be the ones to do a lot of the I don't want to call it negotiating because that is not what we're doing. We're basically breaking down their religion.
Oh, yeah. No, that's gonna be fucked. Oh,
Yeah.
I know. I'm gonna pick up my cell phone again, and use ascending. Dominera? Question mark. What are your thoughts on going back to talk to the Nalos soon? Question mark. She'll actually say question mark that time.
Okay. What are your thoughts on going back to the Nalos?
question mark.
You could... Yes, question mark. You hear back, Demon, what is this voice in my head? Oh, Winnie. Bad. Question mark? Why did you say question mark? You reckon understand when you are asking a question. And it's just kind of like, she doesn't realize that there's a 25 limit.
Yeah,
and
of
so
course.
you could have just like cut off
It's my favorite thing.
What are you... Cuts up right there.
Probably should have just had her come here. Huh.
Has Connery come back?
No, he is not.
Oh, I thought you meant he just wasn't coming back at all, and I was like, you know what, valid.
It wouldn't surprise me.
No.
No, he just took the ship and left. I mean, good luck.
I do think Valerie getting us intel on Senator Cato. I almost said Cato Kalin. Not his name. Cato Cassius Corlapis would be good before we like get too into Triskalia.
Agreed. Any information she has, period, honestly.
Well,
Anywhere.
yeah, I mean, I've been meaning to talk to her about some like loot stuff, but I don't think you guys really want to be there for that conversation. But yeah. Scarlett, where did the pirate where's the pirate court meet?
Do I know that? It
You don't.
changes.
It probably
It
does
changes.
change, yeah. Also-
I don't know. I don't even know how to like call them.
How to RSVP?
Oh yeah, do they know that you're Queen Bitch now?
I would assume so if Ogden knew.
Oh,
I
And
think
he
I
was
need to-
he was imprisoned in his own vault, and he knew.
I think as much as I'm going to hate it, I need to have a sit down with Ogden.
is a question, non-judgmental question. I think I'm good either way. Is he coming with us? when we
I thought
leave?
he wanted to not. I thought he was.
Ogden?
I thought so
pretty sure he wants to
too.
stay here.
But like
Yeah.
he also has that like cranky I'm too old for this shit sort of thing going on, and I feel like he's just gonna like be there on the deck when we leave for some reason. So I just
pretty
was
sure-
asking.
I'm pretty sure he wants to be retired.
Well, so do I, but like I'm not.
Winnie, you're like 120 something. That's nothing.
Ma'am?
Well, yeah, but like it'd be kind of nice to just like chill on the beach for a while if the world wasn't ending every 2 weeks. Well, sorry, I want to relax sometimes.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Okay. Well, it sounds like we narrowed it down. Not to where I thought, which is really exciting, but I can't remember. Did I was thinking about it for like 20 minutes last session. Did we actually send the Star's Luck back out? Or can we? We did. Okay. I just wanted to be sure that that was done and they were off doing something.
You do hear a knock on the tavern door,
Who is it?
and it's Valerie.
Hey, Valerie.
I didn't remember you having such a vocal fry.
You had an intense vocal fry. I didn't make that up.
That's so good. I need to rewatch that. That's very funny.
Valerie kind of talked like this. Yeah, so you hear it's Valerie.
Edgar, I still have your coin. Come on in.
The door kicks open and there's an otter with a knife.
Poor Jenn.
Kallista.
I have resumed
Edgar.
drinking.
Edgar and Valerie. And Piper, question mark, Derek?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay, cool.
They close the door behind them and step in. What can I do for all of you as your preeminent spy master?
So Valerie.
Eva,
is...
you could so easily take over for this.
Do you want me to?
No, this is more fun. Just to watch
I thought
your face.
so. I thought so.
Yeah.
Valerie is an Earth Genasi bard. College of the Crow's Nest.
Correct.
By Arslade, and Edgar is technically her familiar, but he is an otter, who also plays an instrument.
River Otter.
River otter, which
River
means
otter
he's
that plays the lute.
Not an ocean. Not an ocean otter.
not an ocean.
Both of them are Evewalkers. Edgar has a secret otter pocket, his secret little like pooch pocket, where he keeps his favorite rock and his challenge coin, and then is always armed with a knife.
Also, Valerie's treasure, as part of her class. That is a class feature, the secret pocket, for the record. So even if he were an armadillo, he would have the secret pocket. Don't think about it. Don't think about it.
Too late.
Yeah, so, Edgar, Valerie, meet Kallista, our new crew member, Kallista, Edgar, and Valerie. You can guess which is the spy master, and you may or may not be right.
Callista's very
We're
like thinking very hard, looking between them. She's like, I'll leave it a mystery.
Good choice, actually.
We're both just Jacks and Janes of our trades.
Ha!
Nice to meet you.
I'm sure it is. What?
Are all of you like this? And it's like every person you've introduced me to outside of your group has had this kind of reaction.
It's an island of pirates and thieves and social dissidents. I mean, if you wanted us to be socially well attuned, like, find another island, I guess.
It's actually a valid point.
Yeah.
No, it's a Valerie point.
Oh, you should trademark that.
I finished my drink, and then, assuming Connery didn't take his with him, I'm going to take that glass.
Hell yeah. We were just wondering, what she's gonna look between Scarlett and Acacia, what you know about a certain senator in Triskelia, and also the, just kind of squints at Acacia, the Underdark?
One of those questions is easier than the other, and I hope you know which one is which. She pulls out like a dossier, leather-bound book, and starts flipping like through the book, then turns it upside down. It's encoded, and
Smart.
she's flipping through. What's your senator's name?
Cato Cassius Corlapis.
Yeah, I've got a tab on him.
Does anyone call him like Triple C? Because I think I would.
Not if they want to live,
That's
which is,
fair.
I think, a fun energy to bring to stuff. Yeah, he's a pretty big deal. He's been a senator for a long time. Family money. He is a big collector. He loves to collect, powerful items, and has like his personal collection that he puts on display from time to time. He has a personal menagerie as well of like fearsome beasts and monsters, and so people love to pay just to visit. And then he has really fancy parties where he likes to show off all of his stuff.
So if we go there, we're going to cause havoc and let all those beasts out, right?
I mean, yes, but also, like, we could pose as, like, people who sell things to collectors. We have
He
lots
does
of
have a
weird
lot
shit.
of people that do that. Anybody that gets stuff, they're not getting it themselves. I mean, you, Winnie, would know better than most about that.
True.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of suppliers. The one he's been relying on a lot lately. Why? I literally just had her name pulled up. Why did it go away? Give me just a second. Where was it?
Crab cake?
It's the name Acacia would recognize, and I'm trying to remember.
Oh, the whale
I
fall?
looked at I
No.
looked at that
Oh.
earlier today. Hold on. Nelra Reese.
Nelra, did start with an N. Yes. So yeah, Nelra Reese was this like big time smuggler. She doesn't like have a ship herself, but she's also like she's a rich person, and then she made all of her money off of like moving ill-gotten goods. And so yeah, but she supplies a lot of stuff to him, and because she has her weird fingers and a lot of pies, there's a lot of strings you could pull for her.
What's wrong with her fingers?
Well, she's just rich, so I imagine that they're like spindly and covered in way too many rings.
Oh, okay. So,
I recognize that name. She's got her, as Valeria said, her fingers and a lot of things, and not all of them are for the Nereans, so could be used to our advantage.
I like that. What about the Underdark? When he's kind of assessing the size of the Cato file.
She flips to another tab, and then she just holds up the book, and like in big, not encoded in any way, it just says "scary" across like 2 pages. That's it.
We really need to reach out to Des.
Yeah.
She's the only, besides, Star's Luck.
There's like a
That's the only
bunch
one.
of rumors about like who's been there and has never come back and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, like it's all just rumors when it comes down to it. And I always hear about terrible monsters and tentacle people, and then there's always the drow, but half the time you meet a drow, they're not even really a drow, or they're not even from the Underdark. And like you go on a date with them and then they lie to you,
That's rude.
right?
I feel
I'm
like
sorry?
there's some unresolved issues for you there.
No, it's a personal thing I have, yeah, but I've learned my lesson.
Derek,
Yeah, yeah.
during the talk, I cannot remember the captain's name for the Stars Luck at all. Dear God, it's
Tavia.
completely. Thank you. When we sat down and had like our captain chat to chat, she had told
Mhm.
me that her first mate was not a drow.
She did, yeah.
correct? Okay,
Yeah.
but I'm the only one who knows that.
The only one of the party, I believe.
Okay.
It was revealed to Des.
Okay. Just gonna. No, nope, we're not relying on that one.
Oh, are they a surface drow?
Yeah, surface drow.
All right.
Born and raised here, not down there.
We could ask Rollin or like check his library.
We should also check his library for information on the ghost ship and see if there's any rumors going around. I look at Valerie as I say that. The lullaby.
Yeah, I don't really know it super well. If it's a ship that sailed through the area, it might have been a long time ago and maybe it has sunk. Let me see if I can go through my stuff here.
I also asked my oldest dirt father to see if he has any information on the lullaby. He might know something.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Actually, I'm gonna find a scrap of paper and just list everybody, like all the locations, and just hand it to Valerie and like, if you have any information or like hear any rumors or like if especially if like the Empire is like congregating anywhere, could you just let us know?
At that point, you hear a fluttering at the window, and a little
Bird
bird
spies.
pokes his head in, and he goes, "Oh, I've heard rumors. Where are you going?" And he flies over and he lands on Valerie's shoulder. "Oh, those are a bunch of really neat circles. I'm going to memorize them. Memorize, 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 memorize. Done."
Do you even know how to read a map, Piper?
No. Where are we? Is that a map? Is that a place? I think I've seen some of that, but very far away or close. How does bird's eye work? Something like that.
Piper, do you know where
Yes.
Proximus is?
Approximately. I learned that joke. He's been living.
He's funny, Acacia.
I know.
Oh, now I'm going to tell jokes all the time. I've received positive validation for it.
Piper, this is
Character bleed.
Piper, this is Kallista. Kallista, this is Piper.
Oh, you're blue too.
I am.
A seagull I accidentally awakened.
I like your horns. And your shell.
Your armor.
You have a shiny shell.
He likes your
Oh.
armor.
Thank you. I didn't know how to process that.
Are you
Thank
part turtle?
No.
Neither am I.
That's like as we were all having conversations, I asked like the barkeep, who's I feel like is just awkwardly like shining the glass. In
You know the
corner.
bartender did not leave at all.
No, we're not kicking him out of the rose. Like to put a little like grab bag together. Can you bring this to Proximus, please?
Yes, he's living alone in the water. It's very strange.
Yes, you can have one of the sandwiches that is in there, but not all of them.
His eyes are so wide. Sandwiches. Yes, one sandwich. How many's one?
One gulp, a single gulp.
Oh, that's so few.
Yes.
How many gulps are in there?
A couple.
Oh. All right. This should be my greatest exercise in self-control.
I have faith in you.
Yes. Faith in a power above.
I'm gonna cast Enlarge on Piper
What?
to help him carry stuff.
You're giving this bird way too much power.
It's only for an hour, I think.
At
Well-
least do it after he leaves through the window.
Yeah.
Also, not enough time for him to reach Proximus. I think that's also something to note.
He's a bird.
Well, he can still
Can't you
carry
just
it,
reduce
right?
The sandwiches.
He would have no problem carrying it before, but now you have added an extra layer to this for some reason. Okay. They are category small. Piper becomes the size of like
Dog?
4 feet to 5 feet tall. Um,
Oh, so Sammy.
yeah, yeah. De-anthropomorphized. So a seagull grows to massive proportions. And he says, "Oh, can I have one bigger gulp now?
No.
But I'm bigger. I have a bigger mouth and stomach."
No.
When you come back,
Go.
He walks over to the window and he's trying to like fit through it now because he's way too big.
Winnie.
His feet are like kicking behind him. I've got it.
I just thought it would help to not have,
Winnie.
I'll open the door for him.
He like wiggles his way out the window right as you're opening the door.
Oh, like a
You
Pooh
look
Bear.
out, a random citizen walking by goes, "Ah!" He flaps off into the distance after, in the direction towards the center of the island.
Oh, wait. Come back real quick.
No. Leave. Stop.
I'm
Let him
in the basket. I just want to throw a note that says, "Hey, we're probably gonna go see the Nalos. You in?"
He like swoops down like a predatory bird, and you're able to like
Oh, no.
tuck it in as the wind wishes by
little
you.
Jeffrey will meet him, like fly up and like dunk into the basket. Yeah.
Unbeknownst to you, little Jeffrey zooms up there, and he puts his hand up to where Piper's ear hole is and whispers something. And Winnie will never know, but little Jeffrey goes, "Don't waste this opportunity. Eat all you can."
That's my boy.
I feel like the Piper's just gonna show up with an empty basket.
Yeah.
Now that you've devastated the ecology of your island again.
So wait. You want to know the funny part though? Piper is technically smarter than Proximus.
Yeah.
Look, we love Proximus for so many other reasons.
He was sheltered, okay?
He was very sheltered.
Okay.
Piper's just driven by animal instincts.
Dump stats are dump stats for a reason, right?
Yeah. Valerie's just like scritching Edgar's head as he's standing up on his back 2 feet, and she goes, "Well, that wasn't the weirdest thing I've seen, but it was definitely top 5.
You need to get out more.
You could come with us.
Yeah.
No, she has
No.
stuff to do
Yeah,
here.
no.
Yeah. No, I hung out with Acacia once, and we saw a ghost couple, and then blew up a castle, and that was like pretty cool, but I like the Spy Master stuff.
Wait. Acacia, you blew up a castle?
We blew up Caliban's castle on Soteria because the
Yeah.
Nereians were trying to occupy it and gain a foothold in Korra. So we said, fuck that. And, you know,
So the whole, like, blowing up ships and the prison wasn't, like,
It's
new.
habitual.
It's okay.
No,
I-
it's a pattern.
Okay.
I was taught very well by Buck.
Oh, that does make a lot of sense, actually.
You look like you have a question, Kallista.
So many, and I know none of them are important right now. I'm just making a mental note to go back to blowing up a prison at some point. Before all of that just happened, you made a comment about asking Valerie to keep an ear out for rumors of where various things of interest, but namely also where there may be some Nereians gathering. I actually have some information to that front. At the same tavern where I heard about what happened here, the congregation of Nereian soldiers that were there were on their way to Terraconus. Some kind of ambassadorial trip. They're taking things there to entreat with them on something. I do not know what. They were not that loose-lipped about it, but
I don't like that.
I don't like that.
I like ships full of things. Okay,
So
what
just
if...
to put that out there.
Great.
Do you know how many ships?
I did not particularly count, but it was at least one full tavern's worth, and then many had spilled out to other ones in the area.
Was it a big, like, double-decker tavern, or was it, like, a little hole in the wall?
Ah,
Like, cozy wedding size, or, like, you don't know half the people there wedding size?
I would say probably more the latter.
Hang on, I don't remember what order I said that in. Okay.
Not a double-decker tavern, but certainly a sizable one.
Scarlett?
Winnie.
It's kind of what we do.
They're really far ahead of us.
They will be. They've got a month's head start just even from where I was, so that's 2 months ahead now.
Fair. It would really fuck with their plans, though. And they're probably riding low in the water if they've got a bunch of stuff.
2 months. 2 months head start is still 2 months, and we're not even prepared for any of these expeditions.
True.
But
Just saying,
Valerie,
it would really fuck them over.
I know.
It-
If you
it
can
might
keep
be
an
worth-
eye on that.
Yeah, knowing that they're specifically going there, that might be worth actually spending some resources on actively seeking out rumors and information.
Who did we send to Acacia to do the bidding? To like set up contracts then?
Like, ages ago, or like...
Like literally forever ago.
I'll check my notes.
We
Carry
had
on.
to negotiate. We had to negotiate for smuggling.
We did.
I thought that was at Hillholm, because they had Hillholm was the one. we
Hillholm
had
was
to
the
do-
Rosecrest.
Oh, it might be Hellholm then.
Yeah.
Okay,
'Cause-
yeah.
Yeah, we were working with them so we can operate our smuggling operation there. And
Yes.
that's the one big halfling
Yeah.
family that has like a monopoly in the area, and we don't want to cross them.
They're the halfling crime family. Yeah.
Did
I
the
love
crime
halfling
family
crime
help
families.
us out in this instant?
For
That's
a price.
True, we haven't really talked.
I'm sure
Give
they'd
them
be
a
willing to
higher percentage for a time.
We might be better like asking someone who did the negotiations with the Rosecrest family to do that, since they already have a rapport.
Sure,
that's
I was
probably-
going to send them off to Terraconis to do damage control for us taking a ship.
Oh yeah, Valerie, have you heard any whispers about that? Or about the Tombstone twins, for that matter?
yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Kallista,
No,
I
I've heard
see
about
the question.
They decided to actually be pirates for like once and then caused an international incident. It almost kidnapped the future heir to a gold dragon. It was real bad. But they let him back.
We didn't. Yeah, we only took the shipping goods. We weren't doing kidnapping.
Yeah, it was like a temporary hostage situation.
He was never a risk.
Kallista, ask your questions, say your concerns. Now's the time.
No.
That's safe. I
The
like
less you
that.
know,
I
the
respect
better.
you for that. Yeah, no, the Tombstone twins really want to kill all of you, and they're really good at killing people. And I have no idea where they are right now. They have not, as far as any of my contacts are aware, made port in months, which is wild when you think about it.
Maybe they
Yeah.
have ships stopping to them.
Dare I ask why they are called the Tombstone Twins?
Oh, they're a couple of like Medusas. It's a brother and sister, and yeah, they literally turn you into your own tombstone because they'll petrify you, and then they will carve into your petrified corpse your name and an epitaph, which is typically really insulting.
Yeah, they painted our ship. Ship.
Just one of them.
Yeah, just
I
one
still
of
don't
them.
know why they want to kill us, though. I don't. What was the reasoning again?
They're privateers.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
They're with Mercy.
They are.
Got it.
Sorry, your other question was about if the dragons are also mad at you. I actually don't know. I don't have a lot of contacts in Terraconis. They're really tight-lipped. Not that dragons really have lips. I guess they kind of do. But they don't really, they don't let a lot of information get out. So I don't really have a lot. I assume that they're mad at you. But they also haven't really had a lot of ships heading this way, and if they wanted to, they could send a navy easily to wipe us out.
Sure.
Like, and still have like plenty of ships and soldiers to spare.
Sure. Oh, okay, that's encouraging. Do you just assume, like, until you hear otherwise, that everyone's out to get us?
No, I just keep a really, really detailed list of everybody who's out to get you, and it is a big portion of this book. I have a second book that's all just people who want to kill you, which has gotten a little bit less. Like with Ogden, I removed his pages, and he's now in Frenemies.
That makes sense. Hey, are there a lot of people out to get Ogden, out of curiosity, since we've
Yeah,
you?
like so many.
Is the Venn diagram of people who are out to get us and him mostly a circle, or like?
Yeah, there's a couple slivers on either end.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, your sliver is bigger.
There's more of us.
That's true.
But also, Ogden has a bigger history, so...
Yeah, could you give
That's
me a list
also
of
true.
people?
Only because he's been around longer.
Yeah, he's old.
Cranky.
Yep.
What did you want a list of people for?
The people who... trying to think of the right way of saying this. The people in the Venn diagram that, like, are friendly to Ogden, but not to us, who we might want to try and win over. Okay.
Oh, Ogden doesn't have any friends left besides you all.
Okay.
He burned
Great.
all of his bridges because he essentially lost his seat as a pirate king, and then everybody that was under him either became like they're just solo, they went out doing their own thing, or they became a privateer. You're really all that he has left.
Yeah, it's not like he was super personable.
He has
before.
contacts. I mean, those independent contractors, they used to have business relationship with him, but
Scarlett, one thing to maybe keep an ear out for are other pirate kings and queens that are not aligned with Mercy or the Nerian Empire that we might want to try and get chummy with.
oh, I have a list.
Oh.
I don't know how up to date it is, but I do.
You are exceeding all expectations I had. As
Thank
Spy
you.
Master.
Yeah. So, Scarlett, you're one. You know who you are. Mercy Bloodmoon, Captain of the Eclipse. There is a half-orc named Yoram the Vagabond. He is either called the Vagabond Prince or he prefers to be called the Vagabond King. So don't call him a prince. It's insulting. He is the captain of the Halcyon Wish, and he is, I guess, kind of the admiral of the former Orc Imperial Navy, but the Orc Empire doesn't exist anymore, so... there's Zarek the Headsman. He's a bugbear. He loves carrying around other people's heads, detached from the rest of them. He is the captain of the Execution. Pretty on the nose on that one. There is Satathi of the Golden Sands. They are a Loxodon. And they are the captain of the Immortal Stampede. Don't look at me like that, Winnie. Can feel your gaze. Eva really wanted to play a Loxodon. I was like, that's too big for a ship. And then Mare joined as a centaur, and now I'm introducing a Loxodon. It's not meant to be a dig, but it is fun.
It is fun. It is fun.
It is fun. There is
I'm sorry,
Wild War.
What was Satathi's ship?
The Immortal Stampede.
Oh, so good.
That is a great ship name.
There's just a dude. His name's Wild Warwick Whalestrom. He is the captain of the Obsidian Bell. And then you've, I think, met Fane Barca, captain of the Midnight Queen. Um,
Yep, I
yeah,
fucked up.
You what?
Nothing.
Didn't I burn down that ship? Or make a
Speak
mess
out.
out of it?
We definitely fucked up that ship a little bit.
Did they
Good.
know it was us?
I just
Seemed
kind
like
of stared
completely
at it and
stupid.
heated. I stared at the metal and heated it up until it. Or was that the one I turned into a monkey?
I was thinking maybe it was the monkey, but I think you might have also been a monkey when I was stealing those cores, and I think that was not the same island.
True.
I think that was the same island.
I think that was the same island.
Oh yeah, when we all
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, Fane Barca's a hobgoblin, again, captain of the Midnight Queen. And then last but absolutely not least is Karachi the Sun Devil, captain of the Ashen Kiss.
Any of those that are not privateer? Which one of those are not privateers for the Enerian Empire besides us?
So Mercy and Fane are the only two that are privateers to my knowledge. I know they've been trying to recruit Zarenk because he's easily influenced. But Satathi, Warwick, Karachi are all doing their own thing. Just
Eric, if we can get that
captaining,
list
kinging,
later.
queening.
We can get that list later, please.
Yes. Yeah, I will
Thank you.
cover that to y'all.
Thank you. Karachi is a
Tiefling.
tiefling.
Yeah.
And the ship was...
The Ashen Kiss.
do you know where any of them are at the moment?
No.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that's the tough thing with pirates, is they're just like out there.
You have a little bell on them.
Existing.
I don't know if Winnie knows this or not, and I also might be making this up. Did Scarlett get some sort of compass or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't know if it'll like ring or something when like...
I don't think I really know what it does.
Yeah, okay.
I believe Ogden did say it's supposed to let you know where the next court will be held, and it is not activated in any individual way yet.
Valerie, well, this is sort of a question for the two of you. Kallista, is there anyone you've made enemies with on the material plane that, if they should hear... I don't assume you have enemies, because I think you're lovely and very nice, but, sometimes these things just happen. Is there anyone we should be aware of, like, if they hear that, like, you're back, like, maybe we should add them to this list of people to be concerned about?
Not that I am aware of.
Is there anyone
All
you
your
wanna...
friends are dead. Got it.
That. Ow.
I mean, that was sort of like...
I think that warrants an apology considering she's been away for God knows how long.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make it worse.
That was really bitchy, Scarlett.
Everyone's thinking it. I just said it.
That's like old Scarlett. You didn't know old Scarlett, Kallista, but,
I'm getting a pretty good idea. Thank you. I'm here to help however I can. You all can make whatever decisions you would like. I will find you in the morning, and I will stand up, and I'm going to exit.
Are you going anywhere in particular?
Nope. I'm probably just going to wander down close to water and just find a place to post up and sit for a bit.
I'm gonna
Izina?
go grab. I also asked for like a couple more like to-go meals. Yeah, I think we're gonna just have to take this tomorrow. I'm gonna see if she needs a place to stay, so she's not. Then I'll follow Kallista really fast. I would say I'm sorry for her, Kallista, but I'm not really because that was unnecessary.
You don't need to apologize for her, Acacia.
Oh, I don't plan on it.
I appreciate it.
Did you want to stay at my place instead of? I don't know if you had a place yet, but
That had been a conversation we had all sort of danced around a little bit. Sounded like there were a couple of options, but didn't land on anything. So I do not want to impose. I am fine. Just
I have a lot of blankets and a drink. Winnie made me some cider that did she give it to me yet, Winnie? Eva?
My recollection of how long it takes to brew cider is that you probably should have had it by now. I am happy to roll on the quality if you want me to, Derek.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know if we ever did end up looking at those rules, but it would be a skill check with your proficiency.
My brewer's tools?
Your brewer's tools, yeah.
Winnie made me cider that I haven't been able to try yet. If you want to try it.
that would be lovely. Thank you.
I'll just start leading the way off into the random woods.
Well, I have used my natural 20.
So it's amazing.
+5.
What
The
kind of
smoothest
cider?
cider.
Hell yeah.
What kind of cider did I ask it to be again?
You asked for, just right before we went to hell, elderberry mead.
Okay, it's mead.
So sorry.
Nice.
Please don't make me re-roll it because I said cider.
Oh, no, it's fine.
You made a really good cider. Unfortunately, you were trying to make mead. That's the problem.
It's tasty.
Terrible mead. Wonderful
So
cider.
good. You forgot the honey.
I'm sure Panveer is going to be thrilled that you brought somebody else into the house.
He
Oh,
said
he
was
fucked off
gonna...
to the woods. I do remember this now. Never
Yeah.
mind. Yeah.
We'll see if he actually did. I did get sandwiches for him.
There we go.
We'll cut over to those two in just a moment. Those left in the tavern, anything else you would like to do?
I'm just going to leave a substantial handful of gold and leave.
Do you say anything to Winnie?
No.
I guess Valerie and Edgar are still there? Otherwise, she's just sitting alone at the table, like, staring at the door, very sad.
Now I'd like you to play both of your characters and have a conversation.
Yes, please.
Derek has to do it all the time.
Connery's gonna come back and just be like, what the fuck?
Derek's gonna play Edgar.
Yes.
That is my good, like, the good news is he's always played Edgar.
Edgar comes over and like puts a little paw on your shoulder and goes,
Thanks, buddy. You all want to, like, have a jam session or something?
and he like goes and like grabs a jar.
She points to the loot. And I guess she's just gonna sadly, like, work on her, group.
Edgar does not get the
performance
energy.
skills.
He has the lute strung about him, and he like swings it around his body like an electric guitar. Just starts strumming really heavy.
You know, he has a customized loop strap that, like, has Edgar, like, stitched into it.
Spelled in knives, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Proximus, a couple hours later, a shadow looms above you, and eventually, like, you're underwater, right? So you can see kind of like that kind of warbly image of this bird descending. And
Is this night?
I think this is about 3 p.m., so this would be a few hours later. It's probably getting
Okay.
towards evening at this point. So the sun hasn't
But the sun
fully
is
set.
high. Right.
Yeah, the sun's high enough that you do have a little bit of a silhouette as these two orange little feet like splash into the water and just start kicking. and you see something starting to float away that's kind of bobbing in the water a little bit, and this bird head dips beneath the water and goes,
Oh Lord. Oh gosh. This would be great if I like speak with animals or something, but I don't. I come to the surface and is it now, is it that Acacia can only hear what he says, or
no, he is
Everything.
awakened. He speaks common.
oh, okay, oh yeah,
He just can't talk underwater because he's a seagull.
right. So I come up, but it's like that slow, just like his head peeking up, and then he comes up and who sent this? And you are large right now. I haven't seen. What did Acacia do?
I've eaten so much.
Hey, your voice has changed also.
It's deeper now. He's already like decreasing in size. I ate 4 baguettes
Yeah.
and 12 croissants and I ate 7 bagels. Oh my! I'm so full. Oh, why didn't it shrink with me? They don't talk about this with the spell. Oh, this is a downside. Oh.
I
Acacia
asked
sent
what
food.
Acacia did, but I'm pretty sure this is Long Winnie's style, if you will.
Sure, I just assumed it was a growing spurt. Anyway, Acacia sent you food. There's sandwiches.
Oh.
I'm allowed to have 1 gulp, which there are apparently a couple gulps in there. So don't screw me over.
You can have the rest. I appreciate you coming up here. Can I send a message back?
Yeah, sure, that's not what I'm here for, but why not? I like to fly. What are you doing out here, by the way? Everyone seems terribly concerned about you.
There's many reasons why I'm up here.
Name 3.
I sometimes need my space to think and reflect on things that have happened and feel sorry for myself. And then also work on fighting. You know, getting one with nature. Becoming, I don't know, centering myself, if you will. It's not quite grounding, but more like watering, you know, because, you know, where I live. But anyway.
I get it.
Yeah.
I made a joke earlier, but I can't remember what it was. It was very funny, though. I think it had a joke about your name. Anyhow, that was 3 reasons. Thank you. What message would you like me to send now?
You can let Acacia know that I am okay, and that if they want to come up here, they are more than welcome. There's not
Okay.
much, but you know.
No,
If
it's
you would
great.
like.
You've got grass and trees and water and rocks. What more could you want?
Exactly. Yes.
Ooh, what about sandwiches? You could want sandwiches.
Sandwiches are an acquired taste. I didn't
I've
have
acquired it.
sandwiches where I'm from. Not
Oh.
too much waterproof bread. It usually gets very soggy, and so I don't appreciate that stuff.
I get it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I would tell Acacia that she can come visit you anytime she likes, and that you're in the water and you don't like sandwiches,
Yes,
and that you're trying to find your center,
yes.
like a
They
donut
shouldn't.
hole.
that they should not weigh, because I feel like they are worrying about me.
Probably. But I think that means they care.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. Yes. That
You know,
is true.
sometimes, Proximus, I feel like I'm smarter than you.
I mean,
Anyway, bye.
bye.
Before we cut over to Acacia and Kallista, let's take our break because we are due for that. So let's go ahead and take 10 to 15. Pet your pets, do the things. We'll be right back. Please enjoy our ad reel. Please check out any of our other games, and feel free to use our discount codes for any of our wonderful affiliates. And please consider tipping to our pally if you like or even love what we do. You can spice up our game a little bit with tips. All of that and more can be found at beacons.ai/sword and key or in our chat. We'll be right back. Stick around. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Horizon's Call. This is Season 5, Episode 11, All Hands on Deck. Our party, our crew, have been somewhat split in opinion and split in conversation. As tensions seem to be high, a lot has happened recently. So, as Winnie remains at the local tavern with Spy Master Valerie and her little friend Edgar, her little otter friend, to play some sad girl music, Proximus remains in his solitude towards the center of the island, in a sort of underwater respite. Acacia and Kallista go walking off. We don't exactly know where Scarlett is right now, so let me jump in real quick. Scarlett, where is Scarlett? Where is Scarlett going? What is Scarlett doing? What's going through her mind?
Nothing good.
Yeah, okay. That's solid.
I am going to look for Ogden.
Okay. Ogden has been frequenting the tavern a decent bit. I don't think he necessarily has a permanent residence here just yet. Like, I don't think a house has been built for him. I think, if anything, he has been sitting with a lot of the sailors. The sailors do have the crews here. They do have their own kind of residence where you found like an apartment sort of deal where you found Connery before, as well as your other crewmates and officers. You would likely find him there. So as you go to make your way there, let's cut over to Kallista and Acacia, who are walking off towards the woods. Is that correct?
Yeah, because my house is a little off the outside of town.
Sure. So as we pick up with the two of you, it is getting to be late afternoon, evening at this point. Walking away from the ocean itself, but there's still that slight scent of salt in the air. The lower light with the trees covering more of the sunlight that's still in the sky. What are you two up to?
Acacia's just kind of taken in the sights and just like occasionally looking next to. Is Kallista like walking next to me, behind me?
I think she'd probably be walking like next to, but a little bit like halfway back your horse body.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. I think she is. If you are not saying anything, she's not saying anything. I think she's just kind of like following along and just kind of walking and lost in her thoughts.
Yeah. So I think that like for the first part, she's like, sorry for the long-ish walk. It's home is it's I can usually get there a little faster because I motion to 4 hooves.
I do imagine that makes travel a little bit quicker. Sorry to slow you down.
You're not slowing me down. It's just I'm sorry I'm having to force you to. It's not too far. I promise. It's town is loud sometimes.
Yes, it's quite all right. I've certainly done my fair share of walking. A little bit of extra is not going to hurt anything, and nice to get away from everything a little bit.
Yeah. But sorry for all the a lot of information dumped on you all at once.
expected there to be a lot of information, not necessarily that kind of information in a lot of the cases, but I have made notes on things to circle back to later and just trying to keep track of what is important for right now.
Anything I can help knock off that list.
I really want to know what the comment about the prison was. That one's going to bother me. I need to know.
Are you familiar with Bleak Watch Prison? Or what was Bleak Watch Prison?
I'd heard of it. It's kind of hard not to.
It's a Nerean prison in the north. My father was, locked up there.
Which one?
And Curio. Metal Dad.
Interesting. Okay.
He was getting something back for me. And he got
Okay.
caught in the meantime. And that's where I met the rest of the group. Because they were also, ironically, looking for my father. We did not know this at the time. And we broke him out together. And we kind of destroyed the ice underneath the prison, and it just fell into the tundra. Don't worry, we had a prison break first. We got all the prisoners out. But
Impressive.
yeah, that was one hell of a first adventure with the group.
Yeah, that would be an interesting first impression.
Yes.
Thank you for the offer of a place to sleep tonight. I do appreciate it.
I know you said you were fine with sleeping on a cot, but having a roof over your head is always nice too.
That it is.
And you don't have to worry about the cool breeze. I'm sure it's a blessing after hell, but it can get a little wet.
It's
for
an
any of the
interesting
ocean.
adjustment to need to make.
Yeah, I can't imagine going from like no water to having water everywhere.
It's very damp.
Yeah. That's also just the climate area we're into, so. I will make a suggestion though that to stop by the general store and get some bug deterrent because it can get a little annoying.
All right.
I have
Noted.
some in the meantime, but I would highly suggest getting your own.
Will do. Thank you for the tip.
And maybe a bug net if you do plan on sleeping outside at some point.
All right.
Like, at this point, Derek, I think we eventually get back to my place.
Yeah. So the ultimate goal is to reach your house, not to go further into the woods, right?
Yeah, we're going to my place. I offered some elderberry mead.
Okay. As you return to your house, you notice that your front door is cracked open.
I just let out a sigh. I don't seem concerned, but now it's the question of, did someone break in or did someone break out?
It's not broken, it's just open.
All right, let's take bets, Kallista. Did someone break in or did someone break out? As I like trot up to my door that's partially open.
I gotta look behind me. It's like, you did tell me this is an island full of former thieves, so this feels like a trick question because I feel like the breaking in feels like the obvious answer.
Let's find out. I'll just like open the door. Is anything in there? Is Panthro here? Did he end up staying or did he actually leave?
You open the door, and inside you can see your kitchen, and kind of like perched up on your kitchen island is Panvir with his hand just fully inside of a jar of jam, and he's just like, he's scraping it out and then looks at you.
Panvir, what the fuck are you doing?
Puts his hand back in the jar.
No, don't put it back in the jar.
I got hungry, and I didn't want to ask, because I did that weird thing where I went off in the woods, and I didn't want to seem like I needed something from you, but I did. And
I did say you can go into my pantry. I'm just more concerned about the hand
Well, then
all the way in the jar. Regardless, I brought back sandwiches.
Just for you.
No!
Kind of looks behind you.
I'll walk
Who's
in
your
and like
friend?
move up, and I'll walk off to the side so Kallista can walk in.
Who's your friend? She a cop?
No.
Do you have cops on this island?
No!
That's
we
what I
don't.
thought. That seemed like a really strange question.
Kallista, this is Panveer.
Hello.
Looks
Panveer,
at his
this is-
hand to shake and... Hello? Sets the jar aside.
I will place the basket of sandwiches on the counter.
Sorry, I went a little raccoon mode.
Yeah.
Just getting used to this domesticated sort of vibe you have going on here. I'm just...
I have spoons that you could have used to get the jam out of the jar.
But
know what? It's
spoons
fine.
are evidence, and I didn't want to leave evidence.
You know what? You know what? It's your sticky hand. Just clean up after yourself and take the whole jar now.
I was going to anyway. And he hops off the counter and does like a little sticky salute towards you, Kallista. Just saying you're dressed like a cop, and goes walking off towards the door. I am going to go to the well and wash my hands. And this is my jar now. You heard her say so. And he walks out the door.
Feral little brat.
I would normally have more questions about that, but it is actually rather low on my list today, so...
Yeah. If you can just keep it on the down low that he's here, I would greatly appreciate it.
All right.
It's actually
From-
just personal stuff, not actually like high level, ridiculous, I'm going to destroy a prison type of stuff. This is, yeah.
Thank you for that particular clarification.
Yeah.
Down low from who knows? Just don't say anything
That one.
anywhere. All right. I think people will eventually figure out you have a feral raccoon of a man in your house.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Thankfully, he is very good at hiding, but yes, I know.
He
I did
left
tell my
your
dad's, but
door open and fully crouched on your kitchen counter. I don't know if he's particularly great at hiding.
I'm gonna rub that in his face next time I see him
Okay.
later. It's fine. It's fine. Regardless, I have another cot and a bunch of blankets and one other empty bedroom if you would like the privacy. And mead. I said I also had mead.
I will certainly take the mead. I would not say no to a little bit of privacy, knowing that it sounds like we're probably getting on a ship soon.
Mm-hmm. I will get down 3 butt mugs.
Again, I have questions.
Local artist makes a rotary.
Oh, it has a name. Okay. I don't know what I expected. Mead would be so lovely. Thank you. Just...
And I will just pour out 3 glasses of mead. So I know that motherfucker's gonna come back in and be like, yeah. I'm not answering that question, LD, of whose butt does the fish have. I probably would have just let Bridget choose for me.
I think since she already had at least a red drink and a half, potentially more, and now is also on mead, I think at some point in the mead, she is just like really intensely looking at the mug, just being like trying to figure out like, is this a generic butt? Have I? Is it? Do I think it's one of these people? This is really impressive pottery, actually. You know, it's like it's going through this whole like analyzing of the butt mug.
You can roll an investigation check to see if you recognize
my
the
God.
butt.
Oh god, sure, why not? Why not? This can be my first roll of the night. Let's do that.
Acacia intentionally didn't investigate. because she doesn't want to know.
Well, the bad news is I have a +0 to investigation. The good news is it was a 17 on the die. So I say good news. Maybe it's not good news. Maybe we're all about to learn things I don't want to know.
I was gonna say, like, a bad roll means like you're gonna know and it's not gonna be good. 17 isn't terrible. That at least means that Acacia doesn't have butt mugs from her dad's butts.
Oh, thank God.
Let's see. This is.
I also think like a Warforged butt would have been very obvious.
You'd think so, yeah. Like, I also think Connery's would be pretty obvious with the tail and everything on it.
The tail is the handle.
Oh my God,
yeah.
Jinx!
Oh, it's upsetting that you all thought that at the same time.
Oh.
Let's see. This is. Let's say this is. Shoot, what's her name? She owns Planned Parenthood.
Yes.
This is the halfling who owns Planned Parenthood. Yeah, Brenna Sprinklet. Yes. So this is her, but it has the leaves kind of just around it.
I don't think Kallista would know who that is.
No, but it's here's the problem is Tipsy Kallista is now has spent a long time looking at this mug, and I think she's gonna have a hard time being around this island, not just being like, was it that? Like, as she's meeting people around the island for the next period of time.
Greeting people like a dog. Just can you turn around?
Yeah, it's just like, hold on. God. Yeah, she'll just quietly sip her meat, enjoy her sandwich, and then she has nothing else tonight. She's afraid to ask any further questions.
You hear a little at the front door, which is still cracked open. And Piper sticks his head in. Hello! Hi, your door was open.
Yes, hi, Piper.
I saw the little angry man with knives. I tried to lick his fingers and he said no. And I respected that boundary.
Yeah, just remember the fact that he has knives and he knows how to use them very well.
Oh, I would also like to have knives and know how to use them very well. Perhaps I'll ask him.
No.
Okay. I visited Proximus. He's in the water, and he says not to worry about him, but you can visit him anytime you like.
Thank you, Piper.
Yes.
Did you get your gulp of sandwich?
Yes, he gave me all of them.
How kind.
Sure.
Are you staying the night, Piper?
Well, I always stay the night. Where else am I going to fly?
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Oh, you mean like in this domicile?
Yes.
I could. Oh, I
just-
thought you just lived on this island.
No. I'm just asking because I'm gonna shut the doors soon. Because
I
apparently.
have started building a nest on your roof,
Good to know. Good.
hoping to find a lovely ladybird.
I hope that goes very well for you.
Thank you. So far, no success. I've tried the really tall black feathered one. Hit and miss. Swing and a miss, rather.
Yeah, Fia was not. Fia was not interested. I'm sorry.
Well, I guess I hit on and missed. Taking some L's, as the kids say. Got to rizz up.
I just turn around and reach up into my loft and pull out down a cot and just dumbfounded walk over to the other room Panver is not using to set it up in there. Cause wow.
Come.
You hear a sheepish knock at the door.
Kallista, can you get that?
Sure. And I will go and open the door the rest of the way, since apparently it's never been closed.
Yeah, it's half open.
Yeah.
Oh. Hello, Kallista. Proximus is standing there just in regular clothes, no armor. Hi. I didn't expect you to be here.
Yes, Acacia offered me a place to stay for the evening since I didn't have one. I didn't think we would see you till tomorrow.
Yeah. I wasn't going to. I felt guilty. I've been avoiding people. It's been kind of a bad week. I really weird. I guess I have this for you. And he has a warhammer. I got this. Really, this was for you. When we were back in the hills, but I didn't think that you would be here. I was just going to. I don't really have a place right now. I might be in between homes. Just kind of living on the go right now. So I didn't really have anywhere to put it, but I figured Acacia would have a good place to store this.
At that point, Acacia comes out of the room and just sees
Weird.
Proximus. Looks at Proximus, looks at Kallista, looks at Proximus again, looks at the third mug.
Oh, hi, Acacia. Thank you
Hi.
for the sandwiches. Also, there was a big bird. And then it shrank. So yes, Piper. Yes. So we had a nice little talk. But I was starting to feel guilty because I was sitting up here feeling sorry for myself, and I just kind of wanted to talk to you all, I guess, about what happened. And so I figured when he left, and then I was thinking, and I just followed him, you know? This is a little... Okay, so can I come in?
Yes. Did you want...
I have to be invited in. It's really weird. It's this thing.
Would you like some mead that Winnie
Yes,
made?
of course. I've been kind of just dining on fish for a while, so it'd be
God,
nice.
I really wrote a thing. I really thought you were going to say, I don't drink mead. But to be invited in.
Piper did say he ate all of the sandwiches, so I'm assuming don't give sandwiches next time.
I'll explain everything. I was sleeping underwater, so like it would get soggy, and then no big deal.
Well, if you want another sandwich, I have another sandwich. I also have fried fish and other food.
Yes.
Never mind. I just start getting some stuff to like make an impromptu charcuterie board.
Acacia, I am sorry that I did not tell you that Kallista was on her way here. Kallista, I am sorry that I didn't let everyone know. Most people that leave us don't usually come back, and they don't come back on their own accord. And so I didn't want it to be an obligation that people were looking and waiting for you to come here if something happened and you decided otherwise.
Well, good news. I am not most people. And I will hold up my mug for like a cheers.
I am happy to see you. You see around his neck, he has kind of like a makeshift, like leather woven necklace with a medallion on it.
While those two are talking, I'm probably just going to I probably asked for like 5 sandwiches. I take 2 of them and put them on a plate off to the side, obviously separate from everybody else.
Yeah, I'll come in. Is Panveer there?
He left to go wash his hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, so yeah, I got this for you. I have not attuned to it. This is all for you. And he reaches in his pocket, and then he has a platinum ring. And this was not supposed to come back to me. This was supposed to stay with you.
Which
If
is
you
it?
want it, you can keep it. If you
Which
don't,
is it? Did you think I was coming back or not?
and then he shows his hand. In between his fingers are webs, right? He has webbed fingers. So he had it pierced, and the ring goes around the actual finger. I made it kind of permanent. If you want to go back and look, he went into a jewelry shop 3 or 4 episodes ago and actually got the golden ropes for Scarlett and Marcus, and then also permanently got a platinum ring woven into his webs.
It's really cool.
That's very cool.
I didn't doubt it, but in my past, no one really sticks around. And we can talk more about that later, but there's always hope, right?
There is always hope. And she will take the ring. She hesitates a bit more about taking the hammer. Thank you. I know I need to have a number of conversations with everyone to kind of get to know the crew, but it seems like we will have a lot to talk about.
He hugs her.
She is very clearly like surprised. I think if Acacia could see her face, like it's just like eyes wide, like, oh, okay. Because I think genuinely she would not remember the last time someone hugged her. And after that moment of would hug him back. And then I think she kind of sits back, and there's a brief moment, and then she just picks up the meat and just starts drinking it again. Like, okay.
I would get used to that unless you specifically say don't, because Winnie is also very much a hugger.
That's true. I guess little Jeffrey did hug my knees. I lied. So I do think.
Oh, he's a real hugger. Yes.
Definitely comparable.
Yeah, definitely.
Kallista, you hear another voice in your head.
Fucking shit.
Wow, really big day for you, huh? No, don't cry. Don't do it. Don't cry.
You okay?
Yeah, it's been a long day. There was a lot to kind of process and go through. It's probably smart if I turn in soon.
I don't want to keep you up. But Acacia, I would like to talk to you. So feel free I'll keep it down. If you want to go outside, we can talk. But
no, it is your house, Acacia. I have slept through worse. Trust me. I think I can handle a conversation happening.
I point to like a chest, like a hope chest. There's blankets in there. I didn't bring any blankets into the cot, so take what you need, along with pillows. And I just motion to my living room, which is literally just covered in pillows and blankets because that's where I sleep.
It's where everyone sits. Yeah.
No, it's because where I sleep.
Panveer walks back in through the door. He is shirtless, soaking wet. I fell in. And he just like leaves pools behind him as he goes walking towards the room he's been staying in. What are you running a fucking hotel?
I grapple him immediately.
You grapple him? Yeah, okay.
18
God.
plus 5. 24. 23, sorry. I
think a
math.
23 is enough to grapple Pandir.
Proximus, please let him go.
What are you doing here?
Proximus, please, just let him
I'm
go.
eating gem, I guess. What are you doing here?
Proximus, please put the halfling down.
What? Why?
He takes a knife and puts it up to your good eye, and he goes, "We're twins right now, but we could be different very soon."
It's funny you think that I can't snap your neck right now.
Proximus, he's my house guest.
What? Who has a higher dexterity?
What? Why? How? No. What?
As you said, this is my house. The answer is yes.
It was on site. You're lucky I do not have my glaive.
We will talk about this later. Didn't you have something to talk to me about?
I wasn't gone that long.
You gotta let go, big fella.
He lets go. What?
Pandir just like bursts himself off. You're lucky you didn't have your glaive.
You're
This
wet.
is a terrible hotel. And he's like, "You're welcome." And he goes walking off towards the room, slams the door behind
Once he
him.
goes to walk away, he'll
Your sandwich.
He'll kick his back heel so that he kind of does that trip.
Flat
thing
tire
where
him?
it's- Yeah.
Oh,
Just the
Like-
tap.
Like,
Oh, sorry.
as you do that, you get like a hand on your shoulder that pulls you back and off balance. Stop with this bullshit.
What?
Do
is
not do
going
this in
on
my
here?
house.
I understand why you told me to keep this on the down low now.
We tried to kill each other, Kallista.
She
I took-
knows it, but I don't.
He was crouching on the counter with his hand in a jar of jam when Acacia brought me in. So I've known about it for about an hour.
Poison.
It's his jar now, so I guess if it's poison, that seems like it's fine by you. I'm just gonna add this to the list to ask more questions about later.
Pandir does open the door, goes back to the counter. Are any of these sandwiches his?
One with two
He's gonna lick the
sandwiches
sandwich. It's mine now.
The plate with 2 sandwiches on it is yours.
I am your sandwich now.
Takes the 2 sandwiches and takes like 2 big bites out of both of them. Oh, what happened?
Pandir, go to your phone.
Go to your room.
I will, because I want to. I don't want to be out here with him.
Not because you told me.
Smells like a trout.
Smelled better than you when you got here.
Acacia, this is ludicrous. What is going on here? You know what? I don't want to know. Never mind. If you're okay with it, whatever. Not my house. I was visited by the devil that we helped. And I might
Paimon.
have done something. Yes, Paimon. When we
okay.
left, I used the water from the river Styx to erase his memory. And I did not tell anyone, but I think, and he told me that he invited the Empire because I did that. And this whole thing is my fault.
As you're like just talking through it, like slowly, like Acacia's just like, the anger. There was like the annoyed anger at the whole situation with Pandir and Proximus, and then it's just like becomes to like a stony mask.
He showed up in the ruins and told me that this was because of me. And all I wanted him to do was forget about us, forget about why we were there, so that no one would have any ties to him again. And now, this is a retribution for what I did.
I don't know how to respond to that, Proximus. I'm going to be quite honest.
Yeah. Me either. So, I apologize for the space that I have put in between all of us, but I am a liability to you at this point. To the island, to everyone, to innocent people that died. I don't
think liability is correct word. From what it sounds like, Paimon got his own retribution already. I don't think he's going to continue after that. But I'm still not happy about it.
That is not what he said. And I might have threatened him. But
What did he say?
oh, he is definitely not done with me. Or us. I thought we would have some time between whatever he had going on. I didn't try to hurt him, just erase his memory of us. But you know how things go.
You never go the way you want.
When has that happened for us?
Very long time.
Something good happens, then something very bad. Just think about your homecoming. And then we lost the whole island. Innocent people lost on the way.
The thing is, I don't think you're the only one that's a liability. He intentionally ruined Scarlett's day. And by extension, everyone else's. I don't think any of us. We should probably leave the island soon.
Yes, that's what I've been worried about. Wherever I go, it brings ruin. Like you have your father, your fathers. Scarlett has Marcus, Winnie, B, her family, her brother. No one. I have no one.
That's bullshit.
But you. But all of you, that is different. Anybody gets close, they die.
We're just gonna have to protect each other. But right now, I'm still mad at you. So this is gonna be a solution for another day.
Well, it was eating me up, so I had to tell someone. And I'm sorry that I made you worry.
Well, it's too late now. In the morning, we can figure things out. By the way, we're probably going to the mid-seas first.
What?
You said you didn't care. You said you would go with whatever choice, so you already threw away your vote. I wanted to go for the Nereans.
The Nereans?
But someone made the point that mid-seas is on the way to the Nereans. So,
I am going to have to talk to Dominera
yes.
because I don't know if we can go back there with just me.
So if you want to
Okay.
stay, you can stay because you said you were sleeping in the middle of a lake, in the middle of nowhere. You have to share out here with me, though. The rooms are taken. I'm going to bed.
Yeah. Sorry. I sprung this on you.
Sorry for springing. And I wave my hand over in the general direction of where Pander went. That. And sorry, you're in the middle of this, Kallista.
I've had worse.
Wolf. Thank you for the. I'll stay here. Yes. Thank you.
From 0 to 3.5 guests.
Good thing you have a big place, huh?
Yep.
That sounded like Gustup, sorry.
Acacia grabs
Good thing
me.
you have a good place. It's big. Yes.
He's in the rafters. Like, oh my god.
No. Fucking no. I grab one more cup of mead, offer the jar to everyone else, and then I go to I lay my ass down.
Yeah. Oof.
Let's go over to Scarlett. We'll still have a little bit of time. Might need to shift the scene over to next week. But Scarlett, you would be able to find Ogden sitting in the living space of the sailors has its own like pseudo tavern. There's no bartender, but there is a place where they can gather. There's tables. There's drinks to be had, and Ogden is sitting and he seems to be playing a game of cards with a few of the sailors that you have between the Mercy and the Redemption. And so his huge dragon turtle shell is sitting there with like spikes on it. The chair is like buckling beneath his weight. And you can see that he's like looking very intensely at his cards. There's a little bit of like cigar and pipe smoke that's in the air in this room as you walk in.
I'm gonna go up to the table. How many people are around?
There's 4, including Ogden.
Okay. I'm gonna make eye contact with everyone who's not Ogden. Just get out.
They put down their cards and stand up very quickly. Hey, Captain. And they nod at Ogden. Next time. And they go walking off.
You were losing anyway.
They didn't know that. He puts
Now
down
you
his
can
cards.
win.
Is stepping away from the game winning then? Is that what we're saying?
No, you can win next time.
What would you like from me, Scarlett?
For you not to have an attitude, Ogden.
I don't have to. It comes free.
I need to know about the kings and the queens. What this entire court of pirates is. Why it exists. What they do. Anything that you have.
Have a seat. This is going to take a while.
Should I grab a bottle or...
Depends on how much you want to remember from what I say.
Fair. We'll bypass grabbing a bottle.
The Pirate Court. 8 pirates who have established themselves to levels of stations of esteem and merit and notoriety and infamy. And it's all a bunch of bullshit. Let's go ahead and pause there. we will pick up the rest of your conversation with Ogden about what the Pirate Court is, who they are, what they do, what their purpose is. I'm gonna go ahead and make a note for myself. And
What
we
a
will do
great
all of
way
that
to
next time.
End it though.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So good.
Nice little verbal cliffhanger. Nobody in active danger. Um,
Panda
would say
everybody.
that.
Is in danger of Scarlett, but that's fine.
he doesn't know that.
Does
Thank you
not.
all
Poor
so
thing.
much for joining us for another episode of Horizons Call. We will be back next week, same time, same place. In the meantime, we have a number of awesome things here at Sword and Key that you can check out. But before I talk about any of that, one of these lovely people say more about themselves and where you can find more of them. So let's go ahead and go around. Mare, if you don't mind starting us out.
Hi, I'm Mare. I use they, she pronouns, and you can find me on all applicable social media at Archmage of Dice. I'm here right now just playing in this game every Saturday night at 6 p.m. Eastern as your amazing Soul Knight Rogue Star Druid Centaur Acacia. And on Mondays, I run tech for the game Fragments of Loss of Rangers of Broken World system run by the amazing Angela. And I will be running one of the one-shots for our Pride Games. In June, my game is going to be the Devil's Dandy Dogs. So if you like good doggos, you like being good doggos, and you want to fetch souls for your devil master, who's just the best guy in the world, and it can be as wholesome as horrific as you want. Probably this one will be wholesome. You're gonna be a good dog. It's gonna be great.
I love it. Yes, well, we do have the application out now. I'll say more about that here in a bit, but you can find that wherever our socials are as well as on our beacons. So keep that in mind because that's not the only one that's open right now. Kaila also has one. Cass has one. And what's the fourth? Oh, Alex has one as well. But Mare's Devil's Dandy Dogs is a fantastic game. I highly recommend checking out Mare's if you have that time slot available to you. Next up, we have Eva.
Hi, hello, it is me, Eva. I have been your spunky, plucky sea elf, artificer, bard, what have you. Hasn't felt crushed by her friends in a while, so that was exciting. You can also find me not tomorrow, but next Sunday for Tales from the Loop. Horror alternate timeline mystery where I play someone not a sea elf, which is very exciting. And then there's some stuff coming up for Pride, but I don't have final details for that. But check the application out because I'm excited for all these games, which I'm doing a lot of the assets for. And I'm very stoked. They're all going to be very good.
Awesome. Thank you, Eva. Next up, we have Mikyl.
Hey, yeah, you can find me. I'm a Sword and Key exclusive. I just stick around here with all my friends because this is my safe place. You can find me at Mikyl Sandoval, MIKYL SANDOVAL on BlueSky and Instagram, and I've been doing some art. Been doing a lot of miniature painting for my own army, which is self-serving, which is kind of been just my fun place lately. So if you want to come check me out, say hi, whatever, I'm on the Sword and Key Discord channel more than I'm on my social media because the world.
Yeah, the world. Special thank you to Mikyl for all of the artwork that you can see on this channel for a variety of games here, games that have since gone to hiatus or have wrapped up, as well as this game. I guarantee you're going to see more of Mykyl's art in the future because it is incredible, and we are so very appreciative of it. And yes, definitely check out our Discord for even more of his stuff. And then you can check out social media as well, even though it is a hellscape. Next up, we have Kaila.
Hi, hello, I am Kaila. You share pronouns. I've been your Siren Storm Sorcerer Scarlett Shores, who is reverting back to her old ways due to not knowing how to deal with her own feelings. I too am a Sword and Key exclusive, and you can get a chance for me to run a table for you if you would like to help us raise money for Lambda Legal and play in my Night Circus themed Good Society 2-shot. We are breaking out of the realm of one shots and doing a 2-shot because that seems more appropriate for what I want to do. And it's fine. I know how to pace a 2-shot. Totally.
You do. Or you'll figure it out.
Link in the chats.
Yeah. Yeah, Kaila has run some incredible games here before, and I cannot wait for this one. I know there's a lot of interest in it, which is great to see, and I'm very excited. I think Kaila is absolutely wonderful. I think all of our GMs are absolutely incredible at what they do, but I know how scary it is to jump into getting away from one-shots and pacing that kind of stuff. But if I have the utmost confidence. If anybody can do it, I know Kaila can. Last but absolutely not least, we have Jenn.
Hey, I'm Jenn. I also stream sometimes, including tomorrow. I don't usually do it on weekends, but I'm part of a stream team for the weekend, raising money for the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. This is our 8th year doing it. There's a friend of mine who goes by the handle Mr. Warburg, who does some really incredible wood burnings, and he always puts together a really cool set of like raffle prizes for the event. There's they're so good. They're so good for this year. And so we've been streaming all day today, and there's a bunch of us doing it tomorrow. I'll be streaming from 2 to 4 Central tomorrow and doing stuff. But it's a fun little event. We've been doing it for a while, and Crohn's disease is awful, and amongst all the other things that are truly awful going on right now and everything. But it's kind of it's something we feel like we can chip in a little bit for. So it'd be super cool if you can hang out with any of it. If you've got the means to donate, wonderful. You can be entered for raffles for some of the really cool wood burnings. And then other than that, I'm also Long Dog Dice. And if you like anything on the site, you should get it sooner rather than later, because I'll be shutting down the website on Wednesday for about a week because I'm going to be at a convention vending there. And I can't have things selling on the website and also in person. That would be terrible. So if you want to make sure you get something before other people can get to it, this is kind of your last call. And then once I'm back from it and sleep for a day, I'll put it back up. That's me.
Trying to unmute when I have too many things in my head because I'm trying to get all my dice out so I can show them all together because I always share the D20, but then stuff's hard. Okay. Hi, I'm Derek Sword. You see him pronouns. I've been your GM for this game and many games here on Sword and Key. Sword is my real last name. Yes, it's awesome. No, you can't have it. I am the Sword, half of Sword and Key, in case I didn't say that already. You can find all of Sword and Key stuff at beacons.ai/Sword and Key. You can find links to basically everything that we have. You can see right up at the top is our Twitch. If you're watching this live, hey, you did it, you done it. Go ahead and give us a follow if you haven't already, so you can see when we go live. Otherwise, the next link down is our Discord, which is another way to see when we go live. Our Discord has basically everything. It's like our beacons, but somehow better because you can chat with folks. It has our calendar there. You can find links to our Google Calendar. You can see all of our events that are listed there. You can also see all of our wonderful channels where wonderful folks talk about wonderful things. That's also where we post our applications first. As mentioned, we do have an application that is live right now. I'll talk about that here in just a second. As you scroll down a little bit more on Beacons, you can see some of our affiliates like Long Dog Dice. You can use code Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase. Do it now since Jen's not going to be available here in a week, so get your orders in now. But you do have beautiful dice like these. There you go. You can see them. They're so pretty. My God. And these are custom dice that will be added to the store in the near future. They're not available just yet, so if you want to hold out, I understand. But, don't hold up because you can buy other amazing things in the meantime. But the D6s have Sword and Key logos on them, and they're just so fucking cool. So, those are really awesome. Jenn has a number of other beautiful dice sets. You're guaranteed to find something that you love. Again, it's code Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase. Other than that, we are affiliates with Hit Point Press, the makers of Humblewood and Griffin Saddlebag, and you're guaranteed to find something you like there. If you run TTRPGs of any kind, it's not just D&D. They do have D&D stuff like Humblewood. They also have animated spell cards. They have the Fable Makers deck. They have music that you can use for streams. Most streams, you will hear some kind of Humblewood music because I really like it. They also have some really cool villain music that's specialized for like a villain booklet that they have, which is pretty really great if you're going to be running that at all. They have plush, they have VTT stuff, minis, whole bunch of cool things to add to your home game, your online game, and we do have a custom affiliate link if you're going to be purchasing anything from them. They also have some free stuff on there, so it doesn't hurt to use our affiliate link if you're going to be even getting the free stuff. We are also affiliates with Eldritch Foundry. They make custom minis. No matter how weird and wild or normal and mild, I'm going to start using that more often, your TTRPG character might be, you can make a custom mini of them there and get it printed and even painted. I recommend painting it yourself. I don't know, that's just me. But they have some really cool bases for their minis right now. They have a whole bunch of animal mounts, or even some of the weirder stuff like giant spiders or sandworms or mechs and stuff like that. And a whole bunch of really cool options for stuff that they can hold and wear, and species options, all really cool stuff. It's also kind of neat just to make a 3D model if you're a visual kind of person when it comes to making TTRPG characters. Highly recommend doing that. Other than that, on Beacons, you can find a list of all of our charitable organizations. Listed among those is one for PCRF, Palestine Children's Relief Fund, Canadian Campaigns for Independence. There's the Living Arts Detroit one, which is currently being supported by Thunderbolt Savage. Very soon we will have a Lambda Legal one up there. There's also the Pallies, for this game and for Gate Night. If you would like to tip us and support the arts in a micro-niche way, you can tip this cast and crew, all of whom are essentially the same people, for both of those games. And specifically for Horizons Call, you can impact our future games with that. Other than that, you can see our YouTube, you can see basically everything else. You can also see links to the podcast Monster Crush. It's a podcast that my friend LD and I do. We talk about different cryptids, creatures, miscellaneous monsters from myth and how smoochable they are. To that point, it's not Monster Crush, but it's kind of almost a precursor. It's like a kissing cousin of Monster Crush, which is LD's Smutty Saturday. It's coming back tonight only. One night engagement. The wonderful Lady Dame Jordan used to do Smutty Saturday, where we read some stuff, some late night stuff. It's coming back at 9 p.m. Pacific time tonight. I will be there along with Shadow and Caitlin, Theaterphile, and LD herself to read some stuff. Some stuff that will bar me from government office. All of us, in fact. So, if that is something you have interest in, do be aware. It is late night, in more ways than one, so take care of yourself first. But if that is your vibe, we'd love to see you there over on Lady Dame's channel. Speaking of the other stuff before that, I mentioned we would come back around to the application. There is an application right out for Pride Month 2025. It is in support of Lambda Legal, which is an organization that works in the United States to create legislation, help forge legislation that builds towards equality, equity, especially for people in the LGBTQ plus communities, but also works against a lot of the more draconian bullshit that is coming down from the United States government right now. It's a very important organization. It is nonprofit, and your donations will go towards a great cause, so please consider doing that. Not just during Pride Month, although that's when we'll be making our main push, but it's good at any time. But yes, that application can be found on Beacons. It can also be found on all of our social media and also in our chat there. Let's see. Let's take a look at our calendar real quick. So, again, like I said, tonight, it's not a Sword and Key thing, but I will be over on Lady Dame's channel at 9 p.m. for Smutty Saturdays. Tomorrow, at 3 p.m. Pacific time, we have the finale of Thunderbolt Savage. That is our Marvel Multiverse TTRPG that is raising money for the Living Arts Detroit. So that will be from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific time. Tomorrow is also the release of our next episode of Monster Crush. On Monday, the 26th at 3 p.m. Pacific time, we have the next episode of Fragments of Loss, as Mare mentioned. That is the Heroics Chord game that is run by Angela, Phoenix 24 Femme. Great game, fantastic cast for that. Definitely check that out. On Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific time, that's where Shadow, LD, and I play Gate Night. Where we play Baldur's Gate 3 on an event that we call Gate Night. It's the only video game currently streamed here on Sword and Key. And then on Friday, we have our next Sword and Key movie night at 6 p.m. Pacific time. We are going to be watching our next monthly Ghibli watch with The Boy and the Heron, the 2023 Ghibli movie. And then, like I said, Horizons Call should be back next week. We might have a cast member or two down. We'll keep you posted. But that should be 3 p.m. Pacific time. Other than that, we've got a lot of stuff coming up in June. Tales from the Loop will have its penultimate episode as well as its finale on June 1st and 15th, respectively. Starting June 8th, we will have Cursed Captains of Cthulhu, and then all of the other Pride Month stuff once we get that cast, I guess is the past tense. That application closes on Tuesday. Do not wait. Apply now if that is something you have interest in. It will not be up forever. We need to get session 0 scheduled. So if you have applied, keep an ear out for that. We will get back to you whether one way or another. So please check your emails here come Tuesday evening into Wednesday morning. More stuff on its way. We'll get to that later. Until then, we are going to be rating let's see, Chef Just 95, which, as Jenn was mentioning, is raising money for the Crohn's Colitis Foundation. So go spread some positivity over there. If you have a couple extra bucks sitting around, you want to pour it into a great cause, that is one of them. And until next time, take care of yourself, take care of others, and fair winds and following seas, brave mariners.